Welcome friends, welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. Today we're going to do a cocktail out of this tiny little cocktail book called Mama's Recipes for Keeping Papa Home. Now, this is kind of an interesting book in that they were meant as advertising. So this one is compliments of the Oct C. Blanching Company importers. They imported liquor from all over the world. They were based in New York City. And so they would go to the company that makes these little books. And these are also recipe books. So there's versions of this that have cooking recipes, dinner recipes, that sort of thing. So they would go to this company and say, we import these brands. And this company would then substitute those brands into the recipes inside these little cookbooks. And then they would give them out. It's undated, but based on the advertising in the book, I can date it somewhere between 1900, when a certain brand of liquor claims that they started selling to a famous restaurant in Paris, and 1922, when one of the distilleries in here went out of business. They probably went out of business in 1920. So that kind of gives us an idea of the date range. And we're going to do something called the egg milk punch. So, of course, the egg milk punch starts out with a raw egg, and in that goes. And so it uses a whole egg, not just an egg white. And I can already hear people tippity-tappy. If raw eggs freak you out, then this is not a cocktail for you. Raw eggs aren't nearly as dangerous as everybody thinks they are, but of course do your own independent research, look at the statistics, look at your own health, and kind of come to a decision on your own. I am fine with raw eggs. Next in, it calls for 4 teaspoons of superfine sugar. So in goes the sugar. Is that 3? There's 4. Now, a half a glass of ice. Let's call that half a glass. Now, it calls for a wine glass of brandy, and I have an American brandy here. So a wine glass, I'm going to say wine glass in this case, is 4 ounces. So 2 jiggers of brandy. Then it asks for a St Croix rum. Now, in this time period, 1900 to 1922, even today, rums made in St Croix are Cruzon and Captain Morgan. And I thought, I've got a Captain Morgan rum that I can use. But here's the deal. This premium barrel private stock Captain Morgan rum apparently has lots of sugar and artificial flavors in it. So I'm not sure if this is the right rum to use. And in today's marketplace, maybe Cruzon is still made in St Croix, but the Captain Morgan is owned by a giant corporation, Diageo, and it's clearly stated that it's just Caribbean rum at this point. So I'm going to use Angostura. We'll see how this works out. And so we get 1 pony, or 1 ounce, of rum, and then we fill the glass with milk. And now we shake. Now it says to serve it into a bar glass. I'm going to cut this one in half. And so I would normally double strain, but I think I'm just going to single strain this one because I don't want to lose the froth. So, and this was supposed to make 1 drink. But Julie and I just need a taste, so
that's an unusual drink.
Well, yeah, and so it's 1 drink. So
Hi, friends.
I imagine that you would put this into like a full-on beer pint glass.
I thought it was like a milkshake.
Well, let's see.
No, it just got that texture, right? Like
Let's see. So we get a little bit of nutmeg on top because
not so milkshake-like then.
I don't know. No, not so milkshake like no. So here we go.
I can smell the nutmeg on top.
Yeah, that's all I get on top is the nutmeg. There's quite a bit of foam on there too.
Yeah, it's interesting as it starts to separate out. It looks like like a caramely finish there.
Yeah. Huh.
I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's kind of creamy.
Yeah. Okay, so if you go back through all of the videos that we've done, Cocktails After Dark, I at this point have started avoiding any cocktails that contain brandy. Because I really don't like them. There's something about cocktails that have brandy that I don't like. This isn't really a cocktail though, is it? It's a punch. It's called a punch. It's called an egg milk punch.
Does it have 5 things in it? 1, 2, 3. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it is a frothy light beverage. I'm sure that with all the milk in it, it's.
And so, if people are wondering why Julie asked if the punch has 5 things in it, one of the theories about the wording or the name punch is that it comes from the Punjab, which is part of India and Pakistan, or politically is now kind of, anyway, the Punjab, and punch means 5, the 5 rivers.
Yeah.
There's 5 rivers.
It's the anglicized word for the number 5.
Yes, after the English rolled through. And there was a drink there that had 5 things in it. Anyway.
That's a different lesson.
That's a whole different story. I kind of like that.
I'm surprised you like it. Only because you have a texture issue with milk usually.
Yes.
To drink. So.
It's got the egg in it though. The egg really smooths it out. And I like that egg, that creamy thing that a raw egg brings to everything. Again, though, it's not something that I would order a second one. I would have one, I would enjoy it, and then I would move on to something else.
It is super sweet. It's a bit like a dessert drink.
It is, yes, definitely. But it wouldn't stop me from enjoying it. Now, earlier, I sort of poo-pooed the idea of this Captain Morgan rum because it's got sugar in it and because it's got spices in it.
It may have been really good in here.
A spiced rum would be really good in this, I think. So
I suspect it would be.
If you took any of the spiced rums that are out there and put it in this, I think you would really enjoy it. I think this is a use case for spiced rum.
There you go.
Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.